Hello, welcome to our workout. Today you need one medium dumbbell. I've got a 10. You could probably go a little bit higher than that, maybe like a 12 or even a 15, or a little bit lighter. If you're just getting back into it, maybe an 8 would work, but one medium dumbbell. You can have a couple options if you'd like. We're gonna get into our warm-up because it's a long warm-up today. So let's start with some ski steps. We're just gonna take a little step side to side. Arms go up as you step. They come down as you come together into a nice little narrow squat. 10 more seconds here, just waking up the shoulders, the glutes, the quads, getting the heart rate up a little bit. In 3, 2, 1, let's do some arm circles, big circles back, loosen up the shoulders. We've got a full body workout today, triceps, shoulders, glutes, quads, whole thing. Let's do some open and hugs, alternate which arm hugs on top, stretching out your chest and your back. Squeeze in a few more like this. And then give me 2 pulses overhead, 1 pulse down. So try to pull those arms back. Couple more times. And then side bends and twists. Give me a side bend each way and a twist each way, rotating the upper body. Keep going through that combo, stretching out your obliques, loosening up your back. 5 more seconds here. Then we'll go into alternating curtsy lunge knee ups or skater steps. Let's go for it. So cross it back, see if you can touch the floor with the same hand as the back knee, and then just drive that knee up so we can get that full range of motion, kind of loosening up the hips a little bit, getting the glutes firing, getting a nice little stretch. In 5 seconds, wide stance. We're going to do side lunges in 3, 2, 1. Nice and wide, bend one knee at a time. I like to go up onto the heel, lift my toe up to the ceiling to get an even bigger inner thigh stretch, whatever is comfy for you. If it's too much to touch the foot, try touching the shin or the knee instead. Taking our time, we are just warming up, getting ready to work. In 3, 2, 1, kick toes. So stand nice and tall, kick, see if you can tap the opposite foot. Keeping everything else nice and straight, neutral. Get that hamstring stretch. Ooh, hammies are always tight, always, always. 5 seconds, then death march. In 3, 2, 1. So stagger, put one foot slightly in front of the other, hinge at the hips. See if you can tap that front foot as close as you can get. If you want to make it bigger, toe up, heel down. Oh, it's not a good time. I'm already like out of breath. Like, how much of this is just me not being in great shape, and how much is that I have a giant baby in my belly? And let's find a squat stance. So nice comfy squat stance. We're gonna sit down, hold that squat, and then straighten the legs, get a little hamstring stretch. Then rock back to that squat, hang out for a second, straighten the legs, enjoy that stretch. One more time into that squat and into that stretch. And then we're gonna go back to the squat, but to come up. Regular squats, down and up, knees following the line of the toes, sitting back on our heels, as low as you can go with good form. 3, 2, 1, butt kicks. You can jog it for high impact. I'm getting close to the 3rd trimester, so I'm definitely rocking low impact. Keeping that pelvic floor intact as much as I can. In 3, 2, 1, quad stretch. Grab your foot, bring it up to your butt. You know the drill, just 2 or 3 seconds, and then switch so we can keep it dynamic. How's that balance? Are we rocking? Are we feeling steady? 7 more seconds, then inchworms, no push-ups, just the inchworm. In 3, 2, 1. So touch your toes, walk forward to a plank, walk back in, touch those toes, roll it up. So enjoy that stretch as you tap the toes, as you walk forward. You start waking up the upper body and the abs. We want to make it all the way up to our plank before we come back in. 5 more seconds, and we'll stay in that plank in 3, 2, 1. Plank, deep lunge and reach. So big step forward, twisting reach towards that front leg, then back to your plank, over to the other side for the same thing. Front knee bent, back leg straight. We switch the warm-up up a little bit each week, but most of the moves you're very familiar with, even if the order is a little different. or even if you skip something one week, spend more time on something the next. So I think you guys are pretty comfy. Let's do downward dog. Then we're gonna pull through to our plank, and we're gonna do a T-open right and left, rotating into our side plank. So push back to downward dog. How's that stretch? Pull through to your plank, T-opens right and left. Hello, obliques. Push back, pull through, T-opens. From this one, down to hands and knees, cat to cow. Arch the back, look at the ceiling, round the back, look at the leg. Nice and slow. Feels so good on the back. I love this one. 10 more seconds here, then we'll go child's pose to cobra. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Sit back in child's pose. Enjoy that stretch for a second. Then pull through, drop the hips, drop the shoulders, look up at the ceiling. We'll go back and forth again. Child's pose. Into cobra. 5 more seconds, then we'll finish our warm up with a 3 pulse hamstring stretch in 3, 2, 1. So push all the way back to a little crouch. Give me 3 pulses, straighten the legs, stay as close to the floor as you can, and then come back down and do it again. We're really getting those hamstrings nice and loose. We're gonna work them a bit today. And let's gently roll up in 3, 2, 1, and we're ready to work. All right, so grab your medium dumbbell, some water, find some space. We are getting our longest rest at the beginning. So there's actually gonna be a lot of rounds of this. We're just doing one big circuit. First round, so much rest, 30 seconds between each move. Slowly, each round, we're gonna shave that rest by 5 seconds, okay? So enjoy those first couple of rounds when the rest is big while we're learning the moves. And then once we're comfier with it, that rest is shaved down quite a bit. First move, we're gonna do alternating backwards lunge, dumbbell swing. So our dumbbell swing is like this, switching arms every rep, but we're gonna do backwards lunges while we do that. So I'm gonna step back, swing, and switch, okay? Does that feel better? No, this feels better. Same hand as back leg is the one that's moving the dumbbell, okay? So whatever leg is stepping back, that arm swings forward. That way it kind of counterbalances us. So same hand as back leg, it's just going up to shoulder height. We're doing 45 seconds on, 30 seconds rest. In 3, 2, 1, let's go for it. So step it back, switch it, step it back, switch it. So I'm alternating sides. You can change hands where it's comfy. Usually we change hands here, but it feels a little bit awkward on this move. I like to change hands kind of like as it's passing back. That makes sense. So I'll slow motion so you can kind of see what I'm doing. And it does have a bit of a swing to it. So it's not like necessarily, how did I get off? Like a forward raise. There we go. 10 seconds. You almost have to keep the speed, keep the rhythm. 3, 2, 1, rest. Next up, we're gonna do a deadlift with holding both sides of the dumbbell. So stiff leg deadlift or Romanian deadlift, all the way up to overhead. Hold it overhead for 2 backwards lunges, right and left. 1 each leg, then back to our deadlift. On that deadlift, only go down to like mid shin, hips are going back, we're loading those hamstrings. We ready? Take a breath, shoulders down and back, hold both sides of the dumbbell. If it's too much overhead, go front rack, I'll show you. 3, 2, 1. 1 deadlift, then bring it all the way up, overhead lunge, each leg, then back for another deadlift. Then back up for more overhead lunges. Breathing. Keep going if that feels good. If it feels like a little bit too much overhead, once you do your press, bring it to front rack, then do your lunges. Then back to your deadlift. Home stretch, 10 seconds. How good is this gonna feel in like round 5? In 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 30 seconds. This time, alternating bent over rows with a twist into a T open. So same leg as the working arm is gonna step back, I'm gonna row, pull it in beside my chest. I'm gonna twist to face the side as I extend it up. Then I come back, I switch sides to do the same thing. We still have 10 seconds. The nice big rest, I'd love to say, or like for you guys, but it's also for me to have the time and the breath to explain. Let's go for it. Row, twist, then bring it back down, switch sides. So same arm as back leg. Take your time on that twist, on that rotation. We want to set ourselves up, protect that back, make sure we're using the right muscles. We really want to feel that back and the obliques, little bit of your shoulder as well. Whew. The right side is so much easier than the left. I'm sure everybody has a side. It's kind of usually your dominant side, whatever arm you right with, you tend to do more things with, and it's way stronger. The right side is like smooth. She rocking. Left side is struggle bus. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, alternating side lunge, one each leg into a high pull. So we're nice and wide. I'm gonna take the opposite hand to foot, side lunge, high pull. Then I have to reverse it so that it switches sides. Left, right, high pull. Right, left, high pull. Does that make sense? So you're doing each leg, but whatever leg you finish with, that's the one you start with on the next round. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Side lunge, high pull. Now go to the opposite leg. Side lunge, high pull. Go to the opposite leg. Right, left, high pull, left, right, high pull, right, left, high pull, left, right, high pull. Now that you have the rhythm, keep it moving, sink deeper into those moves. You guys love when I get fancy, right? When I make it like such a dance move. The coordination with the athleticism, next level in this workout. 8 seconds. Doing great. 2 side lunges and a high pull or an upright row, palm faces back. And rest. Next up, kettlebell swings. We're gonna hold the end of the dumbbell, or if you don't feel comfy or doesn't feel secure, hold both sides. We're gonna do nice wide stance. Little hinge, butt goes back, gentle bend in the knees, flat back. Push the hips forward, squeeze the glutes. If you feel comfy, all the way overhead. If that doesn't feel comfy or this is a new move for you, shoulder height. Or you have shoulder issues, keep it here. Here we go in 5, 3, 2, 1. Hinge and push. Make sure you have no light fixtures above your head. I made that mistake once in my childhood basement. And totally smashed a light bulb. 30 seconds, breathe through it. This is a strengthening cardio move. We want to get a lot of power from the legs. So push the hips forward, squeeze the glutes. So a lot of that work can come from the low body. I'll show you from the side. And remember, if it's not comfy or the weight feels a bit too heavy, where are we stopping? Shoulder height. 12 seconds, you got it. Come on, push those hips forward. Squeeze those glutes. Keep that core tight. In 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. Next up, overhead tricep extensions. So you can either hold one end or both sides, whatever's comfy, bending and straightening. Core stays tight, so there's no arch in that low back. We're not flaring the ribs. Shoulders down, elbows mostly forward. This one's no coordination, no left, right, up, right, left, up. Just overhead tricep extensions. Here we go, 5 seconds. So you can hold like this or like this, your call. And go for it. Bend and straighten. Nice and slow and controlled. Strength move here. We want to take our time. We don't want to rush it. We want to make sure that form is on point and we're feeling it where we want to feel it, which is the triceps, the back of the arms. You know, I love working the triceps. Love a good tricep pop. This is the last move. So round 1 is done in 22 seconds. We get a rest and our rest gets shorter. 15 seconds. Keep those elbows mostly pointing forward. Feeling that stretch, not letting it rest or sink at the bottom. Keeping active tension in those triceps the whole way through. 5 seconds, you're almost there. It should be tough at the end. 3, 2, 1, rest. Catch your breath. Round 2, exact same thing. We just shaved the rest by 5 seconds. So instead of 30 seconds in between moves, 25 seconds. Alternating backwards lunge with the dumbbell swing, same hand as back leg. 15 seconds, breathe, relax, shake it out, sip of water, whatever you need. Whew. All right, let's grab that dumbbell, same hand as back leg in 5, 3, 2, 1, up to shoulder height, over to the other side for the same thing. Nice full body move, getting some shoulder work, core work from having to balance and stabilize you as that arm extends. And obviously we're doing lunges, so we get some glutes and quads. That breath should be heavy. It's a full body move. The cardio is there. Breathe through it. 15 seconds, you're way more than halfway through it. 8, 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. Onto our deadlift, into an overhead backwards lunge each leg, then back to the deadlift again. Catch your breath. Enjoy this time when we have a nice big rest. We know it won't be like that forever. 10 seconds. Set yourself up, nice comfy deadlift stance. 3, 2, 1, hinge. Then bring it all the way up, hold it overhead. Your lunge, right and left. Then back to that deadlift. Loading those hamstrings, squeeze the glutes to come back up. Take your time, not a race. It's about putting in that work with that perfect form. Halfway there already. They're only 45-second intervals. So it's over pretty quick, especially for these full body dynamic moves where there's a lot of pieces to it. Goes by quickly. You're like, not quick enough, Keely. 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. On to our alternating bent over row, twisting into the T open. So holding the same hand as the back leg. We've got 15 seconds. I feel like I'm as big as that ball. 5 seconds. Second baby does not play. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. I also am like with Cohen, because it was my first baby, I feel like I was like, oh, like I need to eat the healthiest things. What's growing? His eyes. I'm gonna make sure I eat extra fish this week, lots of greens, like drink so much water, do my breathing exercises every day. And now that I'm like chasing around a toddler and pregnant and working, it's like, I don't even have time. And I'm in survival mode a lot of the time. Jonathan also travels a lot for work, like he'll have to go work at a job site for like 2 to 4 weeks sometimes. And then I'm like pure survival. I'm like Frosted Flakes mode. And rest. Side lunge, right and left, high pull. So just remember, whatever side you're high pulling on, you're going to that opposite leg. That will naturally switch you, okay? So it's gonna be right, left, high pull. High pull, wrist and elbow high, shoulder low, palm faces back, up to like chest height. 5 seconds, here we go. Nice and wide. 3, 2, 1. Side lunge, high pull. Side lunge, high pull. So I'm going left, right, high pull, right, left, high pull. Just keep that rhythm going, you got it. Even if you're like a total mess right now and you do not have the rhythm, the coordination of this, that's okay. As long as you're giving me some side lunges and some high pulls, I'm happy. As long as you're moving, as long as the sides are pretty well even, we're good. Almost there, 12 seconds. In 10, keep breathing, keep moving. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Next up, kettlebell swing. So holding the end of the dumbbell if that's comfy, hinging, pushing the hips forward, squeezing the glutes, all the way overhead if that's comfortable, shoulder height if you need to modify. I'm getting sweaty. Happening, 10 seconds. So you can hold here. I find that gives you the swing, but if it doesn't feel stable, hold here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. hinge and push. I had one client before who had like the tiniest hands I've ever seen. And she like, it was too much of a risk for her to hold the dumbbell like this. It just didn't cover enough of the dumbbell. She was gonna lose it. And so we never could do swings like this unless we had an actual kettlebell swing or kettlebell, not using a dumbbell. More than halfway, 20 seconds. Use that lower body. 15 seconds, getting closer and closer. And always stop at shoulder height if my overhead isn't cool. In 8. In 5. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Overhead tricep extensions. Next. Oh, see, we're flying through round 2. I always say this, and I know not everyone sees it like this, but I really think the shorter the rest, obviously the quicker the whole thing goes. You don't really have time to sit and be thinking about what's coming. So I like when the rest gets cut. 3, 2, 1. Overhead tricep extensions. And I say that because this is the last move in round 2. So we're about to cut that rest after this move. And we go into round 3. Those rounds, they just keep coming. Breathe through it. Now watch out that the back isn't arching, the ribs aren't flaring. We keep the core in tight, we keep the back straight, nice and supported. And we're getting all that work where we want it, which is the triceps. 18 seconds. Keep breathing as you're working. If you're feeling any pain in your elbows, I want you to shorten the range of motion or pick a lighter weight. 7 seconds. Ooh, my shoulders are even feeling it. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 30 seconds. Going into round 3 this time, we're just going to be resting for 20 seconds. So we did a 30-second rest in round 1, 25 seconds in round 2. Now we're down to 20 seconds. Still a decent amount of rest. But it is going to go a lot quicker than those first couple rounds. So in 12 seconds, alternating backwards lunge with our dumbbell swing. Same hand is swinging as the back leg that's stepping. Here we go. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's swing it. Doing awesome. If you're feeling like this is too much, body weight works too. Big step back, get low in that lunge. Halfway there. Nice full body move, shoulders, abs, legs. Let's get it done. 15 seconds. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Deadlift into our overhead backwards lunge, right and left. 15 seconds. We're ready to go. In 10. How good is this going to feel when we're done? Feeling like we worked everything. We got sweaty. We had fun. 3, 2, 1. Deadlift into an overhead backwards lunge, right and left. And whenever a workout is really hard, I always try to tell myself it is a privilege to move our bodies, to have the capability to do this kind of stuff. So many people would love to be able to get up and move like this. So it is a privilege and an honor, and we are thankful for our bodies. 15 more seconds. And we can do hard things. In 10. In 7. You know that good feeling that comes when this is done. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Alternating bent over row with a twist into the T open. 15 seconds. I find that before the workout, it's the hardest part. Once you're in it, you're kind of in it. You've committed. The after, that's the bliss. 3, 2, 1. Row, twist and T open. Switch sides. But also, you know, a lot of you are moms of young kids. And it feels so nice to give yourself a piece of the day that is yours, that is just for you, and doing something good for your body and your mind, giving yourself some time You deserve it. Every other second we know is devoted to those kids. You can take 45 minutes for you. They will be better for it. Seeing you work out, that's gonna be good for them. 3, 2, 1, rest. Alternating side lunges into your high pull. 15 seconds of rest. We're gonna get wide. Right, left, high pull. Left, right, high pull. You know the drill by now, maybe. Maybe not, but we'll get it in one of these rounds. That's why we have so many rounds. So you have a chance to get it. 3, 2, 1. Side lunge, high pull, then reverse it. Side lunge, high pull. Don't rush that high pull. So I want you to really use the shoulder to pick it up and make sure the palm faces back. So we should be feeling inner thighs, outer glutes, and shoulder. 20 seconds. We are getting there. 15 seconds. In 10. Don't you just feel like you have so much more energy too when you work out? In 3, 2, 1, and rest. Kettlebell swings. Like maybe not in those first 4 months because, I can't even believe I survived. And 2 of you have twins. That's bananas. I can't even imagine. 3, 2, 1, kettlebell swings. So I'm letting that breath out every time I go up during the hardest part of the move. Breath comes out. That will help you use that breath. Halfway there. 80% of that power coming from the low body. The last little 20% coming from the upper body. 15 seconds. You're doing great. Stick with it. In 10. In 7. In 5. 3, 2, 1, rest. Overhead tricep extensions coming up next in 15 seconds. I also feel like I'm just like straight up training for motherhood in all of these workouts because every new stage brings like such new challenges for the body. 3, 2, 1, and dadhood, all you dads. Like Cohen has started walking. And now I have to like be in a bent over, like demi squat kind of half hinge position, chasing him around the house to make sure he doesn't like bash his head off things. And I need to train my legs and my back for that kind of work and the reflexes that it takes to see a falling kid and grab them before they hit the ground. I was not prepared for the stage. I will take all of these crazy stages though, of like the climbing and the walking and stuff over the sleep deprivation, 100%. And I'm so sorry that this workout, I'm talking so much about kids because I know some of you don't have kids. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Hopefully you find it amusing and you're just like, thank goodness for me and all my sleep. All right, next up. Rest is dropping to 15 seconds. In 20 seconds, alternating backwards lunge into our dumbbell swing, same hand as back leg. We know the drill. We're a little bit comfier now. We can push ourselves a little bit more. We're nice and warm, we're nice and sweaty, the muscles are feeling good. Here we go. In 5, 3, 2, 1, swing it. Same hand, back leg. Every time I lift that weight up, every time I step back, pushing that air up. We're getting closer and closer to the finish line. I know it doesn't feel like that. It feels never ending. It will end, I promise. 20 seconds. Get low in that lunge. Let's feel those legs. 12 seconds to go. In 10. In 7. In 5. 3, 2, 1, rest. Deadlift into our overhead backwards lunge. Right and left. Whew. Here we go, holding both sides of that dumbbell. That short rest is doing us no favors right now. 3, 2, 1. Deadlift all the way up into your overhead backwards lunge. Put in that work. Give it everything you have at every single interval. Let's get strong. Halfway there. All you have to do is another 18 seconds of work. Then we get to rest. We're getting low in that lunge. We squeeze in the glutes, coming up on that deadlift. 8 seconds. How the shoulders doing? 3, 2, 1. Rest. Alternating bent over row, twisting T opens. We still have 10 seconds. Use it. Here we go. 5 seconds, same hand as back leg. 3, 2, 1. Pull, twist and open. Down and switch legs. It's actually feeling a little better in this round. That left arm just needed some time to get a little warmer, get a little stronger, go through the motions a little more. Halfway there. Find that mind-muscle connection. Back, little bit of your shoulders, little bit of your obliques. 8 seconds. See if you can squeeze in one more each side. In 3, 2, 1. Rest. Alternating side lunges into your high pull. Oh. Sweat towel would have been helpful. Didn't think that far ahead. Here we go. Nice and wide. 3, 2, 1. Opposite hand to foot, both sides, then a high pull, then reverse it so that we're switching which arm is doing the high pull every time. So we only have one dumbbell. We got to work both sides. "15 seconds. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Kettlebell swings coming up next. 10 seconds. Get ready to hinge and push. Swing that dumbbell in 5, 3, 2, 1. Hinge and push. All the way overhead if you're comfy. Shoulder height if those shoulders are burnt out or this is a new move for you. Find that power in your legs. So slow it down, push those hips forward. That should do most of the work in getting that dumbbell up. Halfway. Almost done. 15 seconds. Nice cardio, full body move. We're loving it. In 7. In 5, too close to quit. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Onto our overhead tricep extensions. 10 seconds. You guys here too? Huffing, puffing. 3, 2, 1. Bend and straighten. So even though we're working the arms, we want to think about that stance, that setup, starting with the legs. So we're nice and stable. And we have that support in our back to do an overhead move for 45 seconds. So we've got a gentle bend in the knees, feet are shoulder width apart, we're a little bit wider. We're kind of sitting down. Core is tight, lifting up and in. Way more than halfway through it, 15 seconds. Now just 10 seconds. You got it. In 7, in 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, I don't want to lie to you guys, so let me make sure. Yeah, this is the last round. Okay, we just got to get through this one more time. Then we're done. We're stretching, that's it. So if you were saving anything, why are we saving something? But let it all out now, okay? This is your chance. Leave it all on the floor. Alternating backwards lunge with our dumbbell swing, same hand as back leg. And 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Last set, best set. Get everything you can out of these moves. Last time that you have to do it. You're gonna feel so amazing. When this is done, and it is almost done, this move is over in 27 seconds. This workout is over in less than 5 minutes, including rest. And aren't you glad I didn't do another 2 rounds and work us all the way until 0 rest? I knew that'd just be cruel. 15 seconds. In 10. In 7. In 3, 2, 1. Quick 10-second rest. Deadlift to overhead backwards lunges right and left. 5, 3, 2, 1. Hinge. Squeeze the glutes to come up, all the way up overhead. 2 lunges, 1 each leg. Then back to your deadlift. Oh my goodness. So done with these lunges. Twenty seconds. Twelve seconds. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. 10 seconds. Bent over row. Twisting T opens. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Big pull. Twist and open. I'm going to show this maybe from the side. Not a lot of help now that we're on the last round. I just realized it might be a little bit hard to see exactly what I'm doing. Just twisting that upper body to face the side of the room as I press open that weight. 20 seconds. We're close. 15 seconds, even closer. Use that back. In 10. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Side lunges to high pull. Here we go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Side lunge, high pull. Side lunge, other high pull. Breathe through it. Bend that knee, getting low on those side lunges. 30 seconds. And a little over 2 minutes left in your workout. Then we stretch. That's including rest. So you got this. You're fine. Whew. If anyone's not fine, it's me. Breathe in like Darth Vader over here. 10 seconds. 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Kettlebell swings coming up next. We got 2 more moves. Kettlebell swings and overhead tricep extensions. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Hinge and push. Your other way would be holding like this. If you're feeling like you're losing that grip, it's just less ability to swing. It's going to give more to the upper body than we typically want on a swing. Your modification is shoulders or eyes. In 8, in 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Overhead tricep extensions. Last move. In 5, 3, 2, 1. So I've typically been holding both sides. You could hold one end like this That works too. And sometimes it gives you like a little bit of an extra kind of burn because the weight of the dumbbell being held down like this pulls it a little bit further. There's a little more resistance. It's just not always as comfortable for that many rounds. And sometimes the arm that is higher up on the dumbbell, if they're like overlapped, gets a little extra work than the other, but still really good option. Either way, whatever's comfy for you to hold, wherever you feel those triceps. In 7, in 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Thank goodness. Let's stretch. Let's start with our shoulder. Grab one arm across your body. Give it a nice big hug. Shoulder stays down away from the ear. Oh, why is it that when you stop, the sweat just like unleashes? I was already sweating, but now it's like the faucet is on. And let's switch sides. Isn't it wild though? Like when we're not doing something that's like traditionally cardio. There's no burpees, we're not running, but just that dynamic full body work, so tough. Really gets the sweat going. Let's do a nice big side bend. Stretch out those obliques after all those twisting T opens. And let's come all the way over to the opposite foot. Push your hips away, kind of round out that low back a little bit. Feel that stretch all along the back of your arm, your back. Switch sides. Just the side bend to start. And then all the way over to that opposite foot. Push the hips over to the other side so you can kind of feel that stretch all the way from the shoulder to the butt. And then come on up, grab the hands behind the back, lift, 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 give a nice big squeeze, feeling the front of the shoulders, the upper back. Lift that head up with it, get the chest in there, and then release the hands, put the feet together. Let's do hamstrings. So just grab the back of your heels of your legs and try to pull yourself in a little bit, or you can hang out and touch the floor or your shins if that's where you're at. And then let's gently peel one toe off the floor. So even if you have to come up a little bit higher on that leg, just kind of isolating that side, feeling the calf and the hamstring. And then let's put that foot down. Let's grab the other toe off that floor. Feel it on this side, breathing. And then both toes down. Let's step back into a deep lunge, front knee bent, back leg straight. Just trying to drop the hips, drop the shoulder, or drop the hips and reach through the back heel towards the wall behind you. And then let's see if we can straighten this front leg. If you can, lift the toe off, pull yourself in towards it. Getting those hamstrings again. And then rebend. And let's switch sides, deep lunge on the other side. So just the front knee bent, back leg straight, drop the hips, reach through that back heel. Feel that stretch in your hips, in your quad, a little bit in your glute. And then gently try to straighten the front leg, pop the toe off the floor, pull yourself in if that's comfy. And then gently rebend into that deep lunge, and let's go back into downward dog. So both feet are back, heels trying to reach towards the floor, feeling that stretch. Let's walk it all in. Hit those hamstrings one more time, all those deadlifts. Gentle bend in the knees and roll yourself up. We are done. Thank you so much for sweating with me. I'll see you in the next one.